So there are many PAM tools available. PAM is nothing but a privileged access management. Okay, privileged in the sense, those server access, how the server access are managed, how the servers are managed, how the servers are securely protected. Okay, that's where the spam will come into the picture. Okta have that feature also. You can get some subscription for that advanced server access and you can, manage your servers also, your organization server also. That is also a feature available in Okta. Okay, that's why they have mentioned like advanced server access. Okay, and the another feature is centralized user repository. So centralized user repository is nothing but a data store where you can store all the user information of your organization. Okay, let's say, for example, in your organization, 10,000 users are there. Okay, you can manage all those 10,000 users from Okta directory, which is a centralized user repository. Okay, centralized user repository is nothing but an Okta universal directory. Okay, this is a common term. Centralized user repository is a common term, but in Okta term it is Okta Universal Directory, OUD. Okay, we will call it as OUD Okta Universal Directory. Okay, so that is nothing but an directory as same as like LDAP directory or Active Directory as same as like, but it is restricted to a few things only. Okay, it's not like Many things are available in that Okta Universal Directory. So, as I said before, write an Active Directory you can manage servers, you can manage network systems, you can manage routers, many things you can manage. But in Okta you can manage only user information and group information. Okay, you cannot manage anything other than that. So there are some restrictions. At the same time there are some features also in the directory Okta Universal Directory that we will call it as centralized user repository. So that is also a feature that is available in Okta. Okay. And the next one is granulated API access. Okay, so I said there is an API. Whatever you are doing from Okta frontend, from admin console, you can perform all these things from backend. Okay, from API. With the help of some code, you can trigger everything from backend. You don't need to access console itself. Okay, Okta, admin console itself. You can trigger everything from the backend itself. So how those things are managed? Those things are managed with the help of API. Okay, application programming. How that API is managed in Okta? Let's say, for example, you cannot give that API access to everyone, right? Because that is a thing that you can restrict your organization to. Let's say, for example, there are 1,000 applications integrated with Okta OK for SSO single Saran in your organization. If someone got access to that API OK, someone pushed some data from backend to Okta. It may break all those 1,000 application access. It may block all those 1,000 application access to all your organization's users. So to manage those API, there is a mechanism called API access. That's what they are mentioning here as granulated API access. Okay. How that API can be protected, how that API can be managed in a secure way. Okay, there is a future for it and that's why they are mentioning it as granulated API access gateway. Okay, the next one is access gateway. So let's say, for example, there are some legacy applications in your organization. That legacy application doesn't support any of the protocol, SSO protocols. Like SAML. It doesn't support SAML. It doesn't support OpenID Connect. It doesn't support any of the SSO protocol available in the market. Okay, that's where this Access Gateway will come into the picture. What this Access Gateway will do is Access Gateway, will you know? It's like an additional layer that will be installed in the application where, with the help of that additional layer in the application, Okta will get in touch with them. Get in touch with that additional layer and it will provision single sign-on for our users. Okay, even though that application supports any of the SSO protocols, we can get single sign-on for those applications with the help of this Access Gateway. Okay, that is also a feature available in market. So Okta is trying to, get the IAM package in an entire manner. Okay, they are not even losing a single thing. Okay. I can say only one flaw that is not available in this is identity governance, which is also a part of identity and access management domain. Identity governance is not covered in this Okta OK in future. But it is there in the market. I mean it is there in the pipeline. They are bringing it up in next 2 or 3 years. It is in the pipeline. Let's say, for example, you joined an organization. Okay. You joined to an L3 admin team. For some administrator team, okay. So in this team there are some 10 people who are working for that L3 team, okay. And all those L3 people having some high privileged access in it. High privileged access to the personal data of your organization or personal data for your customers, okay. Or banking data for your confidential data for your customers. Let's say, for example, there should be a restriction that only these 10 users have access towards it. No other than these 10 people should not have access towards it. For example, L2 people should not have access towards it. Why? Because only L3 people will be eligible to manage those data. Okay, L2 people will not be eligible to manage those data. If someone grants access to L2 people also by mistake, maybe by mistake or system mistake, they have granted access to some L2 people. Okay, once you got access, you cannot see when that access got provisioned and you cannot let's say, for example, you got some application access. Okay, in 2 years of span you don't review that access on a periodic manner. Right, like you got some L3 access and you are not reviewing it on a periodic manner. You should not have access, but you got it. As you are L2 member, you should not got access, but it got somehow mistakenly. How that can be rectified? Only with the help of access reviews. Okay, what is access review? Let's say, for example, each and every month or each and every quarter, there will be some review mechanism which will be done to all 10 people or all those access who got access to that confidential information. Okay, like let's say, for example, there should be only 10 users who should have access to this personal data, but there is a 11th. People have been added. So what people will do is people will do access review on a periodic manner and they will verify that there is an additional member added to this group or added to this access. How we can restrict that? So that part will entirely call it as identity governance. Okay, on a periodic manner, your access will be reviewed by someone. Let's say, for example, your access will be reviewed by your manager. Okay, your manager knows that you have to. You need to have this much level of access. Okay, only your manager knows, or your supervisor knows. Okay, you will review your access on a periodic manner and say that have this level of access only. Whatever the access that she has, that is okay. Okay, no, she has some additional access. It should be removed. So, like that, your supervisor will say, this entire process will call it as governance, identity governance.